you guys doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. In case you come across my video for the first time, please do not forget to like and subscribe, and also give your own opinion.
Everyone needs to pay attention to what's happening in China right now, because for countries like the United States, it is terrifying. You see, for a while now, cheap shit from China has been the perception of products coming out of the country. And for years, while companies like Tesla blew up, there was a real hesitation to buy Chinese cars. However, fast forward just 5 short years, China has exploded to become the world's largest car producer and exporter in the world. That graph is unbelievable. In fact, last year, China sold 50% more cars abroad than the next largest exporter. Their largest car company, BYD, is now also overtaken Tesla, the world's most valuable car company, in both revenue and sales. And it's only expected to get even crazier, because BYD's new EV factory will span 50 square miles. That's an area larger than the city of San Francisco. And that's a level of production that most simply can't compete with. The thing is, it's not just electric cars. This long game approach that China started working on 15 years ago is seemingly all kicking in now. Just this week, China's flying taxis were granted the world's first operation certificates. For context, that is the final regulatory green light that they needed to start flying, meaning autonomous air taxi services will begin this year in China. This year! China also built the planet's largest high-speed rail network, which is 48,000 kilometers of track in just 15 years. But here's where things get interesting, because Joe Biden attributed China's meteoric rise to unfair business. And hear me out, because he's kind of got a valid point. You see, unlike companies in the West, which are separate from the government, in China, they're kind of not. This means that if the CCP wants to become the world's leader when it comes to cars, they can pour massive amounts of money into companies like BYD. This allows those private companies to rapidly expand in scale, to have aggressively lower prices than the competition, to have reduced financial risk because they've literally got the Chinese government behind them, and then ultimately, as a result, can flood the global market with cars that are not just cheaper than the competition, but more technologically advanced too. And the thing is, consumers don't often care about how a company has arrived to the final product. If it's better and cheaper, most likely it'll just be bought. And that's why the United States and many other countries around the world have implemented up to 100% tariffs on Chinese cars to make them more expensive. Because if they just sat back and let them flood the market, local companies simply couldn't compete, because it's not just an unlevel playing field, it's a whole separate playing field altogether. And that's the tricky problem that we're at now. Consumers in the West are seeing the stuff coming out of China and are asking their government why they are purposefully not allowing them to have it, especially during the cost of living crisis that we're currently in. But the question is, what do you think? Is it fair for a government to protect their local companies from unfair business, kind of like how we break up monopolies? Or should markets simply be left to decide winners and losers naturally?
China is no longer buying American beef. They're buying beef from Australia. China is no longer buying oil from the United States. They're now buying oil from Canada. China is no longer buying American soybeans. They're now buying soybeans from Brazil. China is no longer buying Boeing airplanes. Xiamen Airlines actually just refused to accept a Boeing airplane that had just arrived in China. They're now instead buying Airbuses from France, or they're expanding Comac, the Chinese indigenous homegrown domestic airplane brand, which they just signed a deal to sell several Comacs to Malaysia. So what's happening is the entire world's system is shifting. China can basically buy everything that America sells, except for semiconductors, from other countries. The United States can only buy antibiotics, refined rare earth, iPhones, computers from China.
You won't believe what China just did to President Trump. Let's get into it. China isn't out of hot waters by any means, but China being China, they never play by anyone's rules. Okay, China has just stepped up their game with a brand new slogan. China is now offering easier access into their country. They are saying, we welcome more foreign friends to visit China and enjoy their stay. The upgraded tax refund policy will make shopping in China more enjoyable. We hope that high quality and reasonable price Made in China products can find their way into more households and bring benefits to more people. Now, here are some of the rules when visiting China.
China is waiting for you. The NIA has decided to further relax and optimize.
Is your China your next vacation destination? Pay attention.
Here comes the key point. Firstly, extended stay duration. The stay duration for foreign nationals eligible for visa-free transit has been extended from the previous 72 hours and 144 hours to 240 hours. Wow. 10 days, you will have more time to explore China. Secondly, expanded list of ports. The total number of ports eligible for the policy has increased from 39 to 60.
Amazing!
If necessary.
But wait, here's the best part, okay? Not only China is giving you easier access to their country, they are doing one of the most hysterical things. They are trolling our press secretary, and it's hilarious.
% tariffs on Mexico, 25% tariffs on Canada, and a 10% tariff on China.
Okay, first of all, thank you for spending $800 to support a made in China product. But I do need to give you a friendly reminder.
It's
If tariffs
hysterical.
continue, your next jet might be even more expensive. But
It
here's
is.
the good news. China now offers a 30% tax refund on all purchases made in the country. Yes,
Oh.
all products.
Made in
Immediately
China.
cashback. And the U.S. citizens
Let's not
now can
forget
enter
the
China
$1,500
with
plane
a
ticket to
for
get there,
duty
round
and
trip.
40 hours. No applications, no waiting. Just count. A shirt that costs you $40 in U.S. may only cost you $8 in China. Same stitching, same fabric, better price. So we sincerely invite you to come and shop in China.
Last but not least, their new slogan, guess what it is? You guys want to guess? Their new slogan is Make China Great Again. It's hysterical.
Anyway, guys, let me know about your thoughts in the comment section. Do not forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel in case you have not subscribed. Thank you, guys.